Hi there, it's your trusted tour guide, Annie Hall for ourrecipetree.com. Okay, we've gone through the process. You're familiar with the site. You've created your own recipe library. You've created a recipe tree. And now it's time to take your tree and create a recipe book. So just quickly, let's go back to my recipe trees. We'll have a look at my demo tree, which is the one we're going to use for our book. We're going to view it. And you can see here that any tree I've created is across the top, and the number of trees that you're allowed is directly related to your subscription. So if you have any questions about that, check out our subscription page. So these trees are planted and managed by me, and we're currently looking at my demo tree. It has 2 people on it, Jane Berthiaume and myself, and this little fella here is just a sample of our story. So we know we have a tree now, which you must have to create your tree. To create your book. That's what books are based on. So let's go ahead and go over to my recipe books. Haven't created any recipe books, so I'm going to create one now. I'll call this Anne's Demo Book. And you can have a subtitle for your book if you'd like to, but it's not required. I'm going to go ahead and pick one of the fun cover templates that we have. We have a number of them. Again, how many you get is dependent on which subscription plan you're on. So I'm currently set at the highest level. I'm also able to make this book private if I'd like to. So we've picked our cover and now we're on to the next pieces of the book. This is a dedication page. If you don't put anything here, the page won't be included, but I will put dedicated to my team. Would I like to include a table of contents? I'm going to say yes. Please keep in mind that the table of contents is a series of links in the order that you put your pages, but there will be no page numbers. Kitchen conversion chart, I'd like to include that. That's a standard offering that we give you if you want to keep that in your book. Same with the roasting guideline. You can select which of your recipe trees you would like to include. I'm going to say my demo tree. Then I'm going to add an image of our recipe tree as a page in our book, and also we will be putting the image on the back cover of our recipe book. Would you like to add a page for our story information? Remember, that's that little dog was in the center. That's the centerpiece of your tree and tells an overall story of what you're putting together as opposed to the individuals. Now, from an individual perspective, you have tree member profile pages. You may decide to include the individuals. So in our case, we have Jane and Anne on this particular tree, or you just want all the recipes associated with anyone on the tree. You don't need the individual profiles. In that case, you're going to choose no. They'll all show up here, and you can select all, or you can just pick the ones you want. But as I've said before, really enjoy having the stories of the people. So I'm going to go ahead and say yes, or pardon me here, yes. I want the tree member profiles. Then it lets me select by who's on the tree. So I want Annie Hall. She's a bit of a slacker. She's only got one recipe. We're going to include that. Then we want to add another tree member profile. In this case, it's going to be Jane Berthiaume. And there's all her recipes. So we're going to include blackberry jam, cowboy candy, which is wonderful, cowboy candy roll-ups, and let's do stuffed peppers. And we'll go next. And you can see here, as it says, drag and drop pages to rearrange the order. So first we're going to have our table of contents and our dedication. I want my dedication at the top. Then kitchen conversions, roasting guidelines, I'm fine with that. I'd like to drag our family tree up or our recipe tree. And our story. I want that right above the dedication, so we'll drop it there. Okay, so now we have the tree members and we have the recipes that we chose under each of the respective tree members. Okay, and now we're going to download an ebook. Please keep in mind that this is literally generating a PDF from your choices on the previous page. It will take a few minutes and certainly longer the more recipes you've included. But let's go ahead and click OK. You can see a new tab opens and it's telling us that yes, indeed, something is happening, so we just need to wait. So now it's ready and it's starting to download for us. And you can make these as many times as you want, change them up, see what you like, see what you don't. And it's all included in the price depending on your subscription. So here we go. Here's our PDF book. There's the title, the subtitle, our story with our little friend there, dedication, as you'll recall, to my teen, the table of contents of what was included, picture of our tree, which we chose to include, kitchen conversion page, roasting guidelines page. It's a blank page in here for spacing purposes. Then my profile and the one recipe I included, Jane's profile and her recipes. There you go. You've made a book. This is now ready and saved in your downloads, or you may be just viewing it depending on what choice you make. And you can go back to our site, go to recipe books, and you'll see printing your book. You can go to the printer that we've chosen for you, click here, you'll upload your PDF and follow the instructions at their site, and you'll be ready to go. You can get a hard copy. Again, we think keeping digital copies is the way to go because you can update your book at any time. It will include new or changed recipes from anyone on your tree. That's what helps keep it in a living state. So that's it. You've gone through the process. We hope you've enjoyed it, and we are always here to answer any questions and support you as you preserve your wonderful food memories. See you soon.